Hi family, hi family, it's your girl. My name is Amegile Kumalomuhin and thank you so much for tuning in. Today we'll be sharing more about what I learned from the book of 2 Kings chapter 3 and 2 Kings chapter 4. This will then lead us to today's topic, of which is the importance of preparation. In the book of 2 Kings chapter 3, we see three kings coming together with their aim or with the vision of going to attack the king of Moab. On their way, they're faced with the challenge. There was no water. There's drought. And then one of the kings, of which it was King Jehoram, said, no, the Lord is punishing us. But then King Jehoshaphat came with a different perspective. He said, no, I see that we are faced with a challenge, but at the same time, I think it is best for us to find out what is happening, how we can overcome this situation or this challenge. And then I didn't hear anything about the king of Edom because there were three: King Jehoram, King Jehoshaphat, and the king of Edom. Now, as they were still discussing that, King Jehoshaphat asked, is there no prophet around this place? And then one of the servants said, there is a prophet of God. His name is Elisha. He used to be the servant of Prophet Elijah. And then they decided to go. I'm going to jump some of the things along the way so that we make this video short. And then when they got there, obviously Elisha saw King Jehoram. He saw King Jehoshaphat and the king of Edom. When he saw King Jehoram, he was like, why are you here? Why didn't you go to the prophet of your mother and your father, the prophet of Baal, the prophet of Ahab and Jezebel? And then King Jehoram decided to give him the picture of what they were facing. And then after that, Elisha said, had it not been for King Jehoshaphat, who is in your midst, I wouldn't even look at you. All right? Oh my God, it's getting hot here. It's getting hot. And then fast forward, Elisha said, listen, I need a musician. Let him play the strings. And as the musician was playing the string, the hand of the Lord was upon Elisha. And then Elisha received the message from the Lord. I think this one is important for us to read. I'm going to read it from New King James Version. It's verse 16 to 18. And he said, thus says the Lord, make this valley full of ditches. For thus says the Lord, you shall not see wind, nor shall you see rain, yet that valley shall be filled with water, so that you, your cattle, and your animal may drink. And this is a simple matter in the sight of the Lord. He will also deliver the Moabites into your hands. All right. So Elisha received the message from the Lord. He tells them that, listen, the Lord is saying, go dig ditches. You might not see the rain, you might not see the wind, but those valleys shall be filled with water. And then you, your animals, and your people, you will have water to drink. Not only does God want to give you water, provide water for you, but He wants to give you victory, miraculous victory. And he went on to say, this is a simple matter before the Lord. What I learned from this is the king decided to go to their people and they told their people that we need to prepare. God is going to answer us. God is going to send rain. We don't know how. We might not see the signs, but one thing for sure, God is going to do it. He has said it through his prophet. And then they started digging the ditches. And then the following day, they saw water coming in. And obviously, my focus is in them preparing. Let's just think about it. If they sat down and they said, we are already tired, we are thirsty, I mean, we don't have energy, how then are we going to dig the ditches? They would have missed the miracle. They would have missed God's provision, and they wouldn't have experienced victory. All right. And then let's fast forward to the second story. We see a widow. She lost her husband, and then she went to Elisha and she told Elisha that, listen, I'm scared. My husband had debts, and now I don't have anything to pay the creditors. So my husband was your servant. He was one of the sons of the prophet, and he feared the Lord. And I'm scared that when these creditors come, they will come and take my sons and they will make them their slaves. And then Elisha asked the woman, what do you have? The woman said, I only have a jar of oil. And then Elisha said, listen, go out, go and borrow vessels, collect as many as you can, and then come back, shut the door, and then start pouring the oil in each and every jar. When you are done, you will then have to go and sell it. You will pay for the debt, and then you and your children would leave. The woman did as she was instructed. Just think of it. She has a small jar of oil. And then she's told, you have to go out, prepare the vessels. How? I'm sure it didn't make sense to her, but she just had to obey the word of the Lord. She had to go out, do the preparation, gather the vessels, the empty vessels. And when she brought them in the house, she had to pour on each and every vessel. I know there's so much we can learn in these two stories, more especially with going out to borrow vessels, the increase of your capacity, having a relationship with your neighbors or the people, not being afraid to ask for help from other people. And also remember that if you are not using the talent that God has given you, it might cease. It might be dormant. You might not see it growing and growing since you are not using it. Those are some of the lessons we can learn from this story in 2 Kings chapter 4. But I want to focus in the preparation. She had to go out. She knew that this is a small jar of oil, but I'm being told to go out to collect the vessels as much as I can. And then when I come back, I have to close the door, pour in each and every one. And obviously she did that. When she was asking for the last one, like she said, please bring me another vessel. And then the son said, there is no more. And then the oil ceased to flow. All right. She had to go out in faith. She had to prepare in faith, not knowing how God is going to do it. And then this just made me understand that when we are expecting God to move, we shouldn't put him in a box to say, he has to show me each and every step on how he's going to come through for me. My task is to prepare. God's task is to provide. God's task is to do his own part in as much as a miracle or provision is concerned. So I don't have to worry about the how part. Now let's go back to today's topic, preparation, the importance of preparation. I was reading this book by John Tiban, Dr. John Tiban. He said, prepare, it is grammatically construct of two words, the pre and then pair. Pre means beforehand, in advance, and then pair, he said it means, it means to cut or to trim. All right. And what I learned from this, he said it might not be nice. It will be painful. It might cause discomfort, and it will, you might experience delayed gratification. In our days and age, in our generation, we just love something that will happen fast. I go to the gym, the next morning I should see my packs, my 6 packs. You want everything to be fast, but there is a point, or there is a phase of preparation in everything that you want to achieve. And today, as I said, we're going to focus more on the importance of preparation. And then also there's this quote by John C. Maxwell. He said, if you are not preparing, you are repairing, meaning the damage you will cause because you didn't prepare enough, you will have to repair later on. And I'm just going to mention a few. I'm going to go and mention 7 importance of preparation. Number 1, today's preparation reduces tomorrow's problem. Let's just think about it. How well you perform today, it is because of how well you prepared yesterday. Somebody said the seeds of tomorrow's stress, it is sown today. So it is with the seed of tomorrow's joy, it is planted today. So you have to do something about tomorrow today. We all have to sit down, plan, draft all our plan, put all our ideas together, so that when we then have to execute something tomorrow, we are ready for it. And then number 2, when we plan and prepare, we are inviting God into our business. The Bible in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 1 and 9, it says, it is in the man's heart to plan, but it is God who directs. It is us who plan, but God gives us the direction, or he directs and orders our steps. All right. And then the other thing that I loved about this is I don't have to worry about how it's going to happen. If God has given me a dream, it doesn't matter how big it is. All that I have to do is to plan. I know that maybe some people might laugh at me and say, where are you going to get the finances to finance this business of yours or to accomplish this project? But for the fact that God has given me this idea, I have to sit down and plan and prepare, and then God will order my steps. Which steps do I want God to order if I have not sat down and plan and prepare? All right. And then let's move to number 3. Number 3, I learned that preparation and planning attracts resources and supporters. The Bible in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2, it says, write down the vision, make it clear, so that he who reads it may run with it. Yeah? Yes, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. It is very much important that we sit down, we draft all those business plans. You draft your vision, so that whosoever that might be willing to support you can see where you are going. It is so hard to help someone who doesn't know where he is going. I just want to go to where? I just want to accomplish something. Something like what? Do you have a vision? Do you have a business plan? Like even in the banks and the investors, they will want to know your business plan. How much do you want? How do you want to accomplish this goal? How do you want to go about this, your business? What are your values? And all that. So we also have to prepare, sit down, plan, so that those people that might be interested in helping us and supporting us will know what is it exactly that we need. Okay. Number 4, preparation is a cure for procrastination. Most of the time, we tend to postpone exams, meetings, because we are not ready. And when you prepare, when you are prepared for an exam, you will never say, I want to write it next month or next year. You will go in and do the things that needs to be done. Yeah. And then there's also one thing that I learned from that book that I was reading. It's that preparation makes you mentally prepared for a battle. Let's just think about it. If you are not prepared and your enemy is ready to fight you, for the fact that you are not prepared, the enemy will not then say, I'm not going to fight you. Go home, prepare, get ready, and come and fight. No, he will fight you and he will defeat you. And so it is with poverty. If you are not prepared to conquer or to defeat poverty, poverty is ready to defeat you and you'll be conquered. That was number 4, right? And then let's go to number 5. Preparation and planning fills your life with hope and meaning. An empty life is a life with no plans for the future. Somebody said, when you are planning or preparing, you are bringing the future into today and you are doing something about it. One of the greatest thing that I love about preparation, it shows the level of your faith. The Bible in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1, it says, now faith is the evidence. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You do not see it, but you take a step of faith. You're saying, I'm going to prepare. I'm going to get ready for it. I'm going to put all the ideas that I might need. I might not see the full picture of where God is taking me, but I am going to sit down and start preparing. All right. That was number 5. Okay. Number 6, when you are prepared, it increases your confidence. Like, let's just think about it. You are going to an interview, you have done your research, you've prepared, you have asked maybe some of the question, you know the vision and the mission of the company, like you've gathered all the necessary information that you think you might need for your interview. When you go there, you go with so much confidence, knowing that I am ready and I am gonna do the right things. And also, when it comes to your exam, if you've prepared, if you have studied, and then you go into an exam room, and then you see the teacher, and then you take your billet, and then you see that these are the questions, this is what I studied, I know all the, and you write with so much confidence. In this land, we have oral exam. If you have studied enough, you know most of the things, and then when they ask you a question, you keep on adding and giving the teacher those necessary answers. Yes, that was number 6, right? We have to go to number 7, number 7, number 7, number 7, number 7, and the final one. Preparation helps in eliminating the need of making decisions in desperation. Let's just think about it. You are to make a decision, and then you don't have enough time to gather all the necessary terms and conditions, read through the contract. You have to make the decision now. It puts you in a position where you can sabotage your future. You can put yourself into a position where you don't have a liberty to choose from so many other options, right? But when you prepare in advance, you can put all the necessary options, eliminate the ones you don't like, and you choose whatever that you think it's necessary for your future. But if you make decision in desperation, chances are you might sabotage your future. Let's think about the story of Esau and Jacob. Yeah, yes, Esau and Jacob. Remember, Esau was hungry and he needed food. He told his brother that, okay, I can sell you my birthright, just give me food. He made a decision in desperation. He was hungry. And then when the brother convinced him to take the soup, and then the brother Esau gave him the birthright, he lost it. I remember my spiritual father used to say, never negotiate on an empty stomach because you might make a lot of mistakes. So it was with Esau. He made a decision out of desperation and he sold his birthright. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope this has blessed you. If you also have other importance of preparation, please share them in the comment section and let's just learn and grow together. These seven importance of preparation are not, like, it's not all of them. I just decided to pick the 7 that I thought they resonate with me. Thank you so much once again. Do have a lovely day. Goodbye.